To hell with what people say. To hell with the fact that okay, people are like, oh my god, Soul is only camping and this and that. And TK, look, there's two ways of playing a game. What was it Pele in India, right? Now I'll talk specifically. What was it? The whole thing. I remember when I came on the scene, people were like, "What the fuck? This guy talks too much. ये क्या direction बोली जा रहा है?" Remember this was the thing initially that I talk too much. अरे इस अंग्रेज को चुप करवाओ. अरे कौन है ये? And this guy and that guy and this gully and that gully and इसको कोई चुप कराओ. If only XP wasn't talking, this game would be so much better. Remember all that shit? So I mean, back in the day, I mean, I realized I got all that, and that was my strategy, right? My thing was that I want to you know I like knowing the position of my enemies. I like gathering information and then planning what I did. At that time, these guys were into the whole rush the thing. You get a knock and you rush the house. Remember? That was the one thing. You get a knock and you rush the house, and that was like the oh my god, that was the god gameplay at that time. So everybody in their live streams, even now, would have what would the title be? Rush gameplays, the way it's meant to play and all that shit. Everything with rush tactics or M249 rush gameplay because that's what people liked. People thought that just because you had the balls to go up and rush a compound and get it, that was the tactic. And when I say the or the like that, I'm air quotationing the shit out of it. Right? Again, there's no hard and fast rule in PUBG Mobile. It's a freaking battle royale. There's 120,000 freaking strategies that you can use. Right? I mean, it's as simple as that. So my point is, so these guys started doing that back in the day, right? And of course, weaker squads who have no idea what to expect, suddenly a couple of cars are pulling in, four dudes are getting out with the sole purpose to come inside your house and murder you and everybody else in that house and take over that house basically, right? So that became the thing. So now we used to argue about one thing. Now, what if mortal and all are in a house and a random clan tries to push up on them? Now, since we know our boys can shoot, we know that our boys know how to hold the houses and all that. It's almost suicide for the guys coming in, right? Because even for us, like suppose when we are in a compound, unless the car is spotted very late, we know the guys are coming. That gaadi aa rahi hai, gaadi aa rahi hai, gaadi aa rahi hai, right? You can freaking gun them down before they even hit the wall, and all that is going to hit the wall is just the corpses in the freaking vehicle. That is what happens at times, right? So now try doing that on this international stage. So again, coming now, why I told you this rush gameplay point. Now this is what us Indians thought was the only way to play, right? Because again, we're like sheep. I'm sorry to say that, but and I'm saying we again and again, so that it's super clear that I also um, identify myself with this whole situation because I tend to get carried away with the same shit at times too, right? Now, I may have a different passport, right? I don't have an Indian passport. I get it. It's fine. But I've got my OCI citizenship of India. I'm an overseas citizen of India, and you can't take that away from me. Okay? Now, the thing is, we at that time thought, okay, that's the only way to go, and everything else became boring. So everybody else was like, fuck yes, this is the way to go about it and all that. Then suddenly came the Southeast Asian teams and their exposure to us. Again, like why I'm saying sheep, because you know how sheep are, right? One sheep leads and the other follows. That's how it is. That's why it's not that difficult to be a sheep herder as compared to a goat herder and cattle or something, because it's simple. You get the first sheep to freaking go in this direction, every other sheep follows. We've all watched Babe, for goodness sake. Remember the movie Babe? Anyway, so then when we were introduced to the Southeast Asian squads, then came BTR and their card strategies and all that. You guys remember when everybody just lost their shit when the first time they saw cars being used as cover in the last few circles, and people were like, "Oh my god, that is the way to play." Or these guys rushing houses and all, it's so stupid. It is not safe. It is not this. And it is blind push. That is the way to play. No, 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 no. You have to have your cars and all that shit. Come on. Remember? So, I mean, basically, what my point is, again, there's no hard and fast rule. And this game, this sport, so to say, is ever evolving. It gets ever evolving. I mean, I saw, dude. Oh my goodness! Yesterday, I saw a couple of moves. I'm not going to say it out loud because I think I want to. You know what I mean? Photography. I mean, whoever started it. That's what I mean. I mean, somebody's going to start it, and everybody else follows. That's all right. The thing is, what is wrong with our? We want to make an Indian gaming community and all that, and I'll tell you why that is not going to be super easy right now, because we hate each other for some stupid reason. Us in the Indian gaming community are either jealous of each other, not jealous as in that he's doing better than me, jealous in the sense that it's just the way we've been brought up. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna hit a couple of nerves right now, so please bear with me. But it's just that we from day one, as we grow up, we're taught to differentiate between people, right? We've all been there. I'm not bringing any caste system or anything. Forget that. I'm not talking about that, right? I'm just saying generally we are taught to treat people differently based on the most common thing is the economic social status or strata, right? That is the most common thing. I mean, we are taught to talk down to people who apparently are considered inferior, and suck up to people who are apparently considered superior. Same thing on the road. The bigger the car you have, apparently you have a fucking right of way in this country. And if you're on a cycle or a bike, or God forbid a Maruti, then apparently you're not even fit to be that's just the way it is over here. That is one thing. If until that doesn't change, ain't nothing gonna happen. Why is the West? Why does everybody talk about the whole the West and the East issue and all that today? But we shouldn't have anyway. So in PMIS, dude, we jacked up from game one. Everything was going good towards the last circle. Then now again, it's so easy to point fingers and say that usne ye kya, usne galti kari. We all know who galti kisne kya hui. So we'll just say the team didn't perform well, right? And the moment we started choking up right from the beginning, it psychologically had an effect towards the end. Second game, we were like, don't worry, we can bounce back, we can bounce back. But then again, we fucked up right in the beginning. Third game, we're like, there is a chance to be top three. Then fourth game, it's like, chalo, top 10, So that kind of mindset comes in. But I'll tell you one thing, it just breaks you, right? So at that time, literally, if I would look into the crowd, although it wasn't happening, it would be like everybody whoever is looking at me is pointing their finger and saying, "You suck." And for the first, I remember when the tournament got over, all of us we were pretending to be so happy and cheerful when the cameras were around, but deep inside, we were like, literally, it sucked. It sucked. It didn't suck losing as much as it sucked losing that bad, right? It just sucked. So, but literally, it took all of 10 minutes. And you know what jared me up? This one guy, just random guy, he's like, "Can I get a picture with you?" I'm like, I even asked him, I'm tearing up right now because this is exactly because, I went through those emotions, dude. Oh, shit. I asked that guy, I'm like, "Why would you want a picture with me?" I mean, we fucked up so bad because, I'd never had any kind of exposure like this, Pele. So he was like, "Dude, I love your key." And I was like, "Shit, dude, fuck yes, let's take that." I'm not even joking. We were like literally, I remember Iconic and I were talking. We were like, "यार हम यहाँ से निकल नहीं सकते जल्दी," because we just wanted to fucking run away. Because it sucks when people turn on you, and when you have that. And I remember that Nova incident when I accidentally shot his car up. People who were watching his stream thought I did it on purpose, but whoever watched my stream realized it was a total complete accident, right? Again, I got so much flack for that. It sucked. It really sucked. I didn't come online for like a couple of days. The reason being because anytime I'd come on, I just read, "Abbe, teri ye, teri wo, teri iski wo, teri uski ye." I mean, now I know one thing. See, it's not. I mean, it's just keyboard warriors, right? But anyway, it sucked. And that one kid who asked me for that one photograph literally made my fucking day, dude.